Welcome back to the Rooster's Den. I'm Jaime Hernandez. Today's deck tech is a spicy one from the world of Lorwyn. But before we go into it, guys, if you are liking my content, please do not forget to hit like and subscribe so you don't miss whenever I'm dropping my next video. And also, guys, please do not forget about my secret layer giveaway. At the 300, 600, and 900 subscriber mark, I will be giving away one of the Sony PlayStation secret layers of Horizon Zero Dawn, God of War Norris, and Uncharted. At the 300 subscriber mark, first one gets to choose one of the three. At the 600, one of the remaining two. And at the 900, you get the last one. But enough of that. You know what we got to do now, guys. Hit the music. Today, we're taking a look at a commander that doesn't just reap, it recruits. The Reaper, King No More, is a 3/3 that you can cast for a hybrid of two of black, 2 of red, or 2 of green, so either green, red, black, or 6 colorless, or any combination thereof. And he reads, when the Reaper King enters, put a 1/1 counter on each up to 2 target creatures. And whenever a creature an opponent controls with a 1/1 counter dies, you may put that card onto the battlefield under your control. Do this once each turn. The Reaper King No More is a deck built around spreading -1/-1 counters and watching our opponent's creature wither away and bringing them right back on our side of the battlefield. Every time the Reaper King enters, we weaken the board, and whenever one of those marked creatures dies, we don't just remove that threat, we turn it into value. 1 creature per turn, stolen straight out of the graveyard, slowly grinding out advantage until our opponents are playing against their own cards. This deck is all about inevitability, controlling the board, timing our kills, and turning every death into a win for us. So if you like grindy games, recursive value, and commanders that punish your opponents for simply trying to play creatures, this is the deck for you. So let's step onto the field, sharpen our scythe, and see how the Reaper King No More gets the job done here in the Rooster's Den. This deck has 3 Planeswalkers, first of which is Vivian on the Hunt, whose +2 allows us to sacrifice a creature and then tutor up another creature onto the battlefield with 1+ whatever the mana value is of sacrifice said creature. So, hypothetically, we sacrifice the Reaper King. He's a 3-drop. We can then search up to a 7-drop because of the 2 hybrid mana that's on each mana symbol, allowing us to get cards such as Etali Primal Storm or some other big haymakers we have at the 7-drop. Then we have Vraska, Betrayer Sting. She is mainly a proliferation and card draw engine. So the more -1 counters we get to spread out on creatures, when we plus Vraska, we can proliferate those -1 counters, killing the creatures quicker and then getting them on our side. And finally, Liliana Death Wielder as our -1/-1 counter giver for our Planeswalker. Then we come to the creatures of the deck. We have 30 of them. We have Ignoble Hierarch, Blood Artist, Bloom Tender, Devoted Druid, Haparta, Visor of Poisons, Dread Tiller, Evolution Sage, Generous Patron, Glissa Sunslayer, Necroskitter, Sinister Gnarlbark, Tireless Provisioner, Twilight Diviner, Anti-Uul Curse Wretch, Harbinger of Night, Masker Girl Known Killer, Soul Sniffers, Tree of Perdition, Yawgmoth Thran Physician, Archfiend of Ifnir, Callwrath Knight, Mahat Its Feathers Knight, Puppeteer Clique, the Scorpion God, Village Pillagers, Carnfex Demon, Masker Worm, Vein Ripper, Etali Primal Conqueror, and Hate Flare. Now we come to the sorceries of the deck. We have 4. We have Black Sun, Zenith, and Culling Ritual for our removal. Then we have Persist as one of our reanimation pieces. And finally, Eldritch Evolution as one of our tutors that allows us to do the same thing that Vivian does. We sacrifice a creature, tutor up a creature onto the battlefield with whatever the mana value is +1, the sacrificed creature's mana value. After that, we come to our instants. We have 8 of them. Burnt Offering, which is another tutor style effect. Dark Ritual, mana ramp. Sacrifice, more mana ramp. Whisper of Dross, Cathartic Pyre, Infernal Grass, Blight Rot, and Grim Affliction as some of our removal packages. Next, we come to our artifacts. There are 7. Soul Ring, Arcane Signet, the Soul Stone, Talisman of Indulgence, Talisman of Resilience, and Chromatic Lantern for our ramp cards. And then Birthing Pod as another sacrifice tutor reanimator as the previous 2 I discussed before, Vivian and Eldritch Evolution. Finally, we come to the enchantments of the deck. We have 8 of them. Crumbling Ashes, Innkeeper's Talent, Lasting Tailfire, the Meat Hook Massacre, Blowfly Infestation, Everlasting Torment, All Will Be One, and Doubling Season. The deck has 39 lands originally, which we kept that number, and we only swapped out 7 of the lands just to make our mana base a little smoother. Those 7 cards are Blood Crypt, Overgrown Tomb, Stomping Grounds, Carpulsan Forest, Llanowar Waste, Sulphurous Springs, and Xantor's Proving Ground. So that's it. That's the Reaper King No More. This isn't a deck that wins in one explosive turn. It wins by making sure every creature that's on the battlefield is already on borrowed time. With -1 counters everywhere, the board slowly collapses, and once things start dying, the Reaper just doesn't clean up, he recruits. Between the soft locks, the grindy engine, and stealing the best creatures on the table one turn at a time, this deck rewards patience, sequencing, and knowing exactly when to pull the trigger. If your pod is creature heavy, this deck will feel absolutely oppressive in the best ways. If you like my deck tech, please make sure you leave a like on the video, subscribe to the Rooster's Den, and let me know in the comments what commander you want to see next, or how you would tune up this deck. Until next time, watch your creatures, because once a counter goes on it, they're not coming back to you. I'm Jaime Hernandez with the Rooster's Den. Talk to you guys soon.